Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lukenessmonster, and this is Ask Lukenessmonster episode 64, the series on the channel where I answer your guys' questions from the comments down below. So if you guys do want your questions answered in next week's video, comment down below on this week's video, and I will try my very best to answer it. And we are actually starting up a new series in this week's episode where you guys actually send me in photos of your collections, customs, or recent pickups, and I will feature them on the channel. I know I actually did get a ton of entries this week, so if your photos aren't featured in this week's episode, don't worry, I did not forget about you. I will probably just feature them in another week's episode just because a video isn't long enough to feature like 150 different photos. So, yeah, I definitely didn't forget. I will just wait and feature them in a separate video. So yeah, if you did want to have your collections, customs, or recent pickups featured on the channel, send them to my Instagram. The link is in the bio, and I will feature them in a future episode of Ask Lukenessmonster. Anyway, the first custom for today is actually sent in by Weapon X.64, and it is a custom Mandalorian Boba Fett or re-armored Boba Fett, and this guy just looks incredible. Yeah, so it looks like what he ended up doing, don't quote me on this, correct me if I am wrong, but it looks like he took the Darth Maul body and then put on the new Boba Fett armor and helmet over that, and then the gauntlets and knee pads and everything, and made his own custom Mandalorian Boba Fett or Book of Boba Fett, whatever you want to call it, but it just looks absolutely incredible. I love how this turned out. I just think it looks absolutely amazing. Really, really cool. This is definitely one that's going in the thumbnail because it just looks so cool. So thank you so much for sending that in. It looks amazing. Next up, we actually do have a collection from Gobez. First up, we do have an image of a few clone troopers here. We do have Bly, Wolf, and Fox, and then a super cool looking Batman. I'm not super into DC. I don't collect really any DC figures. I'll watch the movies, but I don't really collect the figures. But man, this Batman looks absolutely incredible. I cannot tell you what movie it's from or like which version of Batman it is, but it just looks really, really freaking cool. I love how the cape is like flowing and all it looks like it's blowing in the wind. It's something you don't really get with Black Series, and I love how that looks. And of course, you do have the amazing clone troopers there with Bly, Wolf, and Fox, which just look incredible as well. Next up in his collection, he actually did send in a photo of the Hot Toys Commander Cody. Now, this guy looks incredible. This is a figure that I really wish I picked up back in the day. I don't really collect Hot Toys or Sideshow, and I wish I did because this guy just looks incredible. And I saw him in stock about, I guess it would have been a year ago now, and I almost bought it, and then I decided not to, and I really wish I did because he just looks absolutely incredible. And then we also have this Mandalorian display with Beskar Mando and Bo-Katan as the centerpiece with, of course, Baby Yoda sitting there in the front. But it also has the Red Box Cara Dune, which is a super expensive figure on the aftermarket, a amazing Mandalorian Stormtrooper, definitely the best Stormtrooper mold we've ever gotten, and then a Rebels, Ahsoka, and Thrawn, which also just looks incredible as well. I cannot wait for the Ahsoka show to come out, especially now that Hayden Christensen has been confirmed to be in it. So yeah, super hyped for Ahsoka show, and I hope she comes back in Mandalorian Season 3 as well. Next up is a super cool looking Bad Batch display. It's going to look so much better once we get, Echo and Omega in there as well. But man, it's a great start for Bad Batch display. Rex is looking super cool there, and I love the battle damaged battle droid there. After that, we do have another super cool Batman. I gotta say, like I said, I'm not in tune with which Batman this is, or even what brand it is that makes the figure, but it looks incredible. So yeah, I absolutely love how that Batman looks. After that, we do have a prequel display with Count Dooku Ventress and Grievous, also with then Mace Windu, Plo Koon, and Kit Fisto, just looking absolutely incredible. I love the prequel Jedi, and I'm so happy they're going to be getting some more prequel Jedi here in 2022 as well. And then the last photo from his collection I am going to feature is his bounty hunter display. Looks really, really cool. I don't have many bounty hunters in the Black Series. I think I only have Boba Fett. I don't have any of the other ones, and this looks really, really cool. I love Boba Fett flying in from above, led by Darth Vader. Then you have, of course, Bossk, Dengar. I believe that's 4-LOM, and then IG-88. Looking super cool. All you really need now is a Zuckuss, and it is complete. So that just looks incredible. I love the bounty hunter displays. This just looks super cool. Anyway, guys, it is actually going to do it for the collections, customs, and recent pickups for today. And we're going to go ahead and jump into the first question. The first question from Inferno Hippo. He asks, Ask Lukenessmonster, what is your favorite Spider-Man suit and why? Another question, what is your dream helmet and lightsaber hilt to have? Great question. Favorite Spider-Man suit has to be the just normal Spider-Man 1 with like Tobey Maguire. I absolutely love that suit. I love like the silver accents with the webbing. It looks super cool and it contrasts so well with the red and blue. And plus there's just a lot of nostalgia to that original Spider-Man movie. So cannot wait. Hopefully he is in No Way Home. No confirmation of that at all, but it's been a pretty big rumor going around. So I really do hope we see him in No Way Home, and hopefully they make a Marvel Legends figure of the Tobey Maguire suit because I would so buy that. That'd be so cool. And then my dream helmet and hilt to have helmet would have to be a fives. I just love fives. You guys know this on the channel. I've been asking for Black Series 5s forever. But, I've been in the process of 3D printing a helmet. I probably won't do that one as fives. I'm thinking maybe like a Phase 2 waxer for that one. But eventually I'd like to print an ARC Trooper 5s helmet because I've looked into buying ones and they're just very, very expensive on like the custom market. So I resorted to making my own eventually. And then my dream lightsaber hilt would just have to be a standard like Anakin Skywalker lightsaber. I don't have one. I have a few of the different Black Series hilts, but I don't have an Anakin Skywalker one. So my plan is to probably pick up the Legacy Saber from Galaxy's Edge when I go there later this year. Iron Blaze Boy says, I would love to see Hasbro repack Grogu, but with the pram and all the little things he had in both seasons. So this is one I'd really like to see. My only problem is I think Hasbro would charge $20 to $25 for that. I mean, the original Grogu was $10, and it was only the figure and a few like little tiny accessories. So imagine you're throwing in a pram and even more accessories. They could get away with charging at least 15, maybe 20. So that's my only problem with that. But I'd love to see that. I'd love to see them include the pram and then the little cup, frog, and ball that he already came with in the original Grogu pack. But then throw in a few extra things, maybe like the little bowl of squid soup that he had in Season 2. Maybe give him some like force fire effects, like he's blocking the force from the Incinerator Trooper. Stuff like that. That would just be pretty cool to have with Grogu. Vortex Fan 117 asks, what's your opinion on a Gaming Greats ARC Trooper from Galaxy of Heroes, aka Havoc? So I'm not entirely sure that is the same ARC Trooper. You could be right, and I could just be completely blanking. But I did think they were two different ARC Troopers. But either way, I'd love to get ARC Trooper Havoc. Whether he's in a Gaming Greats Galaxy of Hero packaging or in a Clone Wars packaging, I love to see them include that in the Black Series. I love that ARC Trooper mold we got with Echo, and I cannot wait for Jesse in the future. But hopefully we get some more like the all three of the ARC Troopers from the Defend Camino arc, and then of course some of the Battlefront 2 ones as well. So either way, I just hope we get more ARC Troopers in the Black Series. Mario asks, would you rather spend 24 hours on the Death Star in order to pilot a TIE fighter, or would you rather be on Tatooine piloting Luke's land speeder, and why? Both are very tough questions. I think 24 hours on the Death Star would just be freaking awesome. A lot more eventful than something like Tatooine, just because it's a desert planet. It's going to be super hot, a lot of scum and villainy there. And, it'd be pretty cool to pilot Luke's land speeder, but I feel like that'd be pretty similar just to driving a car, where driving a TIE pilot would be so much different. I feel like the only problem with driving a TIE pilot is you might get blown up by the Millennium Falcon. But either way, it'd be pretty cool. So I would definitely say 24 hours on the Death Star. Cash says, hey Luke, do you have any interest in continuing the gaming video? So I only ever did, I believe, one gaming video, and that was Vader Immortal Episode 1. So I'd love to continue that. My only problem is the episodes take a very long time to film, record, edit, all that kind of stuff. So I would have to get a lot more free time to do that. So obviously I could do that. I might do that maybe a little bit towards Christmas here, an episode or two. But I do really enjoy playing that, and I'd love to get into more games. My only thing is I think I'd rather do that on a separate channel rather than this one, just because if I do a gaming video like that, it might mess up some of my, like, the algorithm with my views with the normal video, if that makes any sense. But either way, I'd love to continue it. I've just got really busy with my normal videos, and I haven't had a ton of time to film any gaming videos. So G Prasad asks, can't remember if you discussed this before, but what's your opinion on Star Wars Visions? I actually really liked it. I thought some of those episodes were just absolutely amazing. My only problem is each episode was different, and like some of the episodes were so good that I'd love to see that story continued, and it just won't happen. Maybe they'll do a season 2 and they'll like continue the story, but I kind of doubt it. I wish Star Wars Visions was one story and I continued that throughout the entire season rather than each one changing, because some of those episodes were just really, really bad, and some of them were really, really good, and I'd love to see that story continued, but you never know if we might actually get a continuation of that story or not. The next question says, ask Lukenessmonster, will you do a face reveal? Will it be at 10k? It's an interesting question. Max asks, when is the Clone Commando boss getting released? So as of right now, the pre-orders for it are estimated to ship in December. Will these get delayed or not because of the shipping crisis? Who knows? I really hope they don't, but I know I've seen some of, like, for example, the Walmart Bad Batch figure here. Some people's shipped, some people's got delayed, some people's got canceled. So I could see it getting shipped on time. I could also see it getting delayed or even canceled. So hopefully they do ship on time, but they might get maybe delayed to early 2022 at the very latest. So like I said, hopefully they don't. But as of right now, everything's so crazy with shipping and everything, it's very hard to predict it. And then the last question for today, is pineapple on pizza an abomination? Yes, it is. I respect everybody's decision to put pineapple on pizza, but my personal opinion is that it is not good. Pineapple does not belong on pizza, so please don't put pineapple on pizza. Anyway, guys, that is actually going to do it for the video. If you did enjoy that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you do have any collection, customs, or recent pickups you'd like to send in to be featured on next week's episode, send them to my Instagram or tag me in a post on Instagram, and I'll try my very best to feature it. And if you do want a question answered in next week's video, comment down below on this week's episode. And like I said, I'll try my very best to answer it in next week's episode. So that is going to do it for the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.